Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. Atalanta nil, Arsenal nil. Player ratings, a draw away from home, not the best performance at all, and there's a couple of players we definitely need to talk about. Let's start with David Raya. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. What an incredible performance once again. Saved us a point, let's be honest. It was going to be tough to score in that game. If they scored in that situation, it would have been so tough to try and equalize. They could easily have gotten a second one. So, and Atalanta weren't really creating a lot of open chances just like us. So it was pointing out to be a nil. So if they score that penalty, it would have been a disaster for us. And David Raya has absolutely been amazing this season so far. Literally every single game he's played for us this season, starting with the Wolves one. Aston Villa, he was out of this world. And once again, saving us today with that penalty save. Not just the penalty save, a double save. He got up and went to the other side and saved it as well. And that alone gives him a 9 out of 10. He could easily even be a 10 out of 10. But I've already given him a 10 out of 10 against, I think, Aston Villa. But today I'm going to give it giving a 9 out of 10. Could easily be a 10, let's be honest. That double save was absolutely world class, and that could easily be the save of the Champions League season, and this is the first round. So David Raya, 9 out of 10. I'm so happy with how he's doing. Last season he won the Golden Glove and people are saying, nah, it's not him, it's the defenders. David Raya is not really good. Now we're really seeing how good he is. So 9 out of 10 for David Raya. Absolutely impressed by him. Next up, Ben White. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He lost out on a lot of duels, on ground duels. Wasn't the best today, but still the rest of the work he always does well. So today wasn't like an 8 or 9 for Ben White. I've not seen him this season like overlapping Saka a lot. I don't know if that is instructions or you're using Timber on the other side more in terms of going forward. But yeah, we haven't seen Ben White going forward a lot this season and putting in crosses. I only saw him doing that once today. Could easily have dropped to an Arsenal player, but 7 out of 10 for him today. Nothing really to talk about. The other fullback team, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I absolutely love his touch, like the way he gets the ball in tight situations and he's so confident on that wing, like literally close to the line. He runs to the left side and he's able to pick out a pass as well. I think Timber once again is absolutely phenomenal. I would have rested him for this match. I would have played started Calafiori for this one or Kiwi, whoever. I had Kiwi in my starting lineup in the preview, but Calafiori recovered, so Calafiori would have been okay with Calafiori starting. But because of Timber recovering from a serious injury, but hey, this is like a new signing. We didn't have this player the whole of last season. Who knows? Maybe if Timber was there, we could have been talking about a Premier League title last season, because there's a couple of games where he conceded goals and we were missing in terms of the left back. So Timber once again, another incredible performance. 8 out of 10 for him. Centre back Saliba, 8 out of 10. Same with Gabriel. Both of them, I'm going to talk about them as one. The clearances, they all made a lot of clearances. I think Saliba had like 5 clearances. I think Gabriel like 6, or maybe both of them 6 or something, or 5. Like they made more than 10 clearances combined. And once again, incredible. Didn't get exposed at all. Rarely make mistakes. Just a phenomenal defensive partnership. Whoever knew that we would sit here confidently and say Arsenal have the best centre-back partnership in the world? Where we've come from. The last time you could say that maybe it was Toure and Campbell. In those days, there was a lot of other teams, a lot of good defenders. Like after that, Koscielny and Vermaelen, Koscielny and even like this is even worse, man. Senderos and Giroud, Koscielny, Vermaelen, Koscielny, Mertesacker, they were good, but they're not on this level. And recently, man, having to play Holding and Chambers and Pablo Mari and all those guys, like we've come from afar, like having the confidence in these two players. Aerial, like when it comes to corners and free kicks clearing, they're there. They're bullies. They don't allow the opposition team to bully them. Not at all. In terms of pace, it's there. In terms of goal scoring, it's there. In terms of the partnership, it's working. In terms of communication with the goalkeeper, it's working. In terms of the energy, when Raya made the save, you can see like how much that connection is there. They had that connection with Ramsdale, and right away they're getting along with Raya, and you need that with your team. You need the connection between the defenders and the goalkeepers and the left back and the right back. And Gabriel, Saliba, one of them could easily be an Arsenal captain. Like if Odegaard and the other guys are not there, Gabriel and Saliba could easily be Arsenal's captains. Like they've been incredible. So 8 for both of them. Midfield wise, Thomas Partey, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. And we rarely give this kind of ratings these days. This is a team that we rarely concede goals. We always it feels like we always win games the last 2 years. So mostly we rarely give players less than 6 out of 10. It's usually 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. But today, Partey, not good at all. Even before the penalty, there's a time, I think in the first half, Ben White and I think it was Saka, Bernard and Saka, or maybe Martinelli or someone else on the left side. They were standing together, and he had two passes. Like, he had two people to try and pass the ball to. Easy, nice pass, and he literally put the ball like for throwing for the opposition, and it was absolutely terrible. Like that alone, I was like, come on, but that is too easy, man. That's the simple pass. You have two players to pick up the pass and literally hit it between them, and it goes out for throwing. But hey, you can say a lot of people make that mistake, fine. But the penalty, that got me very worried, because I was already worried against Tottenham when he had Partey in that midfield with Jorginho, because in terms of pace, it's not there. But I'm really worried whenever these days players, we can even talk about when Rashford went past Partey 2 seasons ago. Partey doesn't have that space to recover anymore now. It's age and all that. The injury is taking a toll. Well enough, but really worrying. And when a player gets past, he's not going to score from that angle. If he scores from that angle, you hold your hands up and say, good goal. There's nothing you could have done about that. But pulling him and, he's going to drop to the floor. It's definitely going to go down. You're going to give away a penalty, and that's an easier chance for them to score. So he would easily have lost that game, and it would have been Partey, losing his man so easily and giving away the penalty in a crazy situation, crazy angle. Very, very lazy defending in terms of that. So 5 out of 10. It's not only that, the way he's giving away the ball as well. This is like 5 games this season. Like the Wolves one, and today he was really, really poor. So he needs to up his game for sure, because we definitely need him. Like, unless we're going to play Jorginho in every other game, we definitely need Partey. So 7 out of 10 for Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice was much better. There's once though you annoyed me, the free kick that we had around the 80th minute, and he put it out for a goal kick. That was quite annoying. But the rest of the things, the ground duels and the midfield, and making the runs in midfield, and contributing in terms of the energy in midfield, he was okay. Maybe it could have been a 6, but I think I'm going to give him a 7. I think he was one of our better players. Slightly, he wasn't that great, but he was one of our better players. So 7 out of 10 for him. Kai Havertz, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Didn't see him a lot today. And in terms of the duels, he lost a lot of the duels in midfield. Now, as we always say, it's not easy to replace Odegaard. If you're playing in Odegaard's position, you don't expect anyone in the team to be able to do what Odegaard does in terms of pressing and the technical ability and the passing ability and the crossing and all that. I don't think anyone can match Odegaard, and you could tell you're not really going to get in that position. If Havertz plays there, you're not going to get what we get from Odegaard. You're going to get a bit different. You're going to get, energy. You're going to get the physicality in midfield. You're going to get the runs in behind. You're going to get the runs to the wing. Havertz is going to give you that. You're going to come back and defend. Made a couple of good fouls that maybe they would have counter-attacked us. And I love the way Havertz usually fouls his opponent. It's a way where you're like, nah, that's not a yellow card, He has a very clever way of fouling his opponent. So I like that about him. But they didn't really stand out a lot, so 6 out of 10. Let's go to the forward players. Saka, I'm going to also give him a 6 out of 10. I wanted to give him a 7, but he was very, very quiet the rest of the game. Not just him, a lot of the players. But in the first 50 minutes, I think Saka was one of our better players. He won us a free kick. He was coming like to the number 10 position and trying to do things and stuff. And the free kick, he almost scored from it. So that was good. The opening 20 minutes, and the defending is always there. But the rest of the game, we didn't really get to see him, and he got subbed off. So it's going to be a different game against Man City. I saw Man City giving a lot of opportunities to Inter Milan on that side. I remember Damien on Wednesday should have shot the ball. I hope they give that kind of space for Saka, and I hope he takes advantage of that. So 6 out of 10 for Saka. Then the other winger, Gabriel Martinelli. Oh, I'm wide, man. I'm very, very wide. I'm very, very wide. You can have like a couple of games poor form. If on a stretch, if you have 5 to 10 games poor form, you can say, okay, fine, you can recover from that. Even the best players, sometimes they go 10 games where goal droughts and stuff. Martinelli had a poor season last season, and this season for first 5 games, Arteta's given him a lot of opportunities to start. I don't think I had him in my starting lineup for this game, and I said, if you read the title for the preview, last chance for Martinelli, question mark, because I was very worried about him already before this game. His confidence is very short, and it goes through one-on-one. Today was the very first time I felt like, I'm not sure if he's going to score. Martinelli goes through one-on-one. I'm always confident since 2019, 2020, 2021. I'm always confident that Martinelli can finish the chance. Today, I never felt that when he went through one-on-one, and he had 2 chances. He's the one who had 2 of our best chances today, and none of them went on target. Both of them are off target, and he's a bit scared in terms of taking on the fullback, in terms of driving past the fullback. He's not doing that anymore. Against Tottenham over the weekend, he had the chance to pass to Saka. Confidence is not there at all. The confidence is very, very short and very, very wide. And against Tottenham, I gave him a 7 out of 10 because he was one of our best defenders in that game in terms of defending. Today, I cannot do the same. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Very, very poor performance. And the finishing, very, very wide. He definitely does not deserve to start against Man City. So I don't know. What should we do with him? Should we try and keep on playing him through the bad patch, the very long bad patch? Or should we just, because I feel like last season, if we had Martinelli scoring a few more goals or Jesus scoring a few more goals, you'd have won that league title. Everyone else was playing good. Saka, Declan Rice, Odegaard, but you were missing Jesus and Martinelli. They didn't do anything last season. This season, if you're going to win the league, I don't think we can just throw him away and just say, okay, bench, just put him on the bench. No, we are going to need Martinelli to score those goals against the rest. The league season is long. The rest of the season is very long as well. We have to get him. We have to get him confident. We have to try and get him a goal. I don't know if should we do what you did with Havertz last season when you get a penalty, give him and try and hope that he scores and gets the confidence up. We might need that because we can't just say put him on the bench and you don't need him or sell him in January. I've seen people saying that. No, we cannot do that right now. We need him to perform for us to win this league title. I don't think there's a scenario where we have another season where Martinelli and Jesus don't play well and you still win the title, and without Odegaard for the next 2 months. No, these players have to step up, and he really has to step up soon because that's another very, very poor performance today. 5 out of 10 for Martinelli. Next up, Gabriel Jesus. I did say in the match reaction, I'm going to let him off for this game like I did with Gabriel and Saliba and Partey for the first game against Wolves. It's his first start, so I'm going to let him go with that one. But it was a bit lazy in terms of the 3 offsides that he had in the first half, and he was overrunning the ball too many times. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. But the next time he plays, we need to see a way better performance. So 6 out of 10 for Gabriel Jesus. The players who came off the bench, I think Trossard was lively. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I think he starts against Man City on the left side. Jorginho, 6 out of 10. I think he was okay when he came on. Sterling was lively as well. He actually created that chance for Martinelli, could have had an assist, 7 out of 10. And Calafiori, 6 out of 10. Maybe it could even be a 7 out of 10. I kept a clean sheet, but they weren't on for too long, and the game was a bit very slow, so it was very hard to tell, who was getting involved a lot. There was a lot of just slowness, especially in the last 20 minutes as well. Nothing much was happening. I'm just going to give him a 7 out of 10. The attacking today wasn't great. You had a couple of chances to win the game, but the defending is on point. If there's something that we cannot talk badly about Arsenal, it's the defending. Like, that is 4 clean sheets in 5 games this season, and against Brighton, if you didn't have the red card, could have been 5 clean sheets out of 5. So defensive wise, we are an immense team, and like the best defense in the world right now. We are very confident against any team in terms of keeping a clean sheet. This Man City away, Tottenham away, Atalanta away. We are able to go to these grounds, and this year alone, a clean sheet at Man City, clean sheet at Aston Villa earlier this season, clean sheet at Man United, clean sheet at Tottenham. Like, the way we play and keep clean sheets, the defenders is bought, and the combinations we have, really, really good. And so this money that he's spending in terms of defense, it's bringing a result. So in terms of that, great. And it's a good away point as well away at Atalanta. You are not going to win all 8 games out of 8. Yes, we have tougher games coming up against Inter Milan and Sporting away, but 5 wins and a draw should be enough to finish in the top 8. So let's see how it goes. But 7 out of 10 for Mikel Arteta. My man of the match, tough one. Let me know who your man of the match was. Probably one of Raya, Saliba, Gabriel. Yeah, probably those ones. Let me know who your man of the match was. That was the player ratings. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out the match reaction, and I'll catch up with you on the next one.